පන්දු රැකීම තමයි වෙනස් කරගන්නට අවශ්‍ය. ඉතින් ඒකට මම හිතන්නේ පුහුණුකරුවෝ ප්‍රෙස් බේ එකක් තිබ්බා. ඒකට වැඩ කරනවා ඇති. ඒ වගේම තමයි ඔවුන්ගේ නිර්වෝල් මානසිකත්වය හරිම වැදගත් පන්දු රැකීමේදී. ඒ වගේ දේවල් මම හිතන්නේ කණ්ඩායමක් හැටියට ඔවුන් සියලු දෙනාම සිදු කරනවා ඇති. ඉතින් ඔය ඔක්කොටම බලපාන්නේ අපි සියලු දෙනාම දන්නවා කොන්ෆිඩන්ස්. ඔවුන් තරගයක් ජයග්‍රහණය කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ හින්දා මම හිතන්නේ ඔවුන්ගේ සියලු අඩුපාඩු හදාගෙන මේ තරගයට සහභාගී වෙයි කියලා.
අසල අපි ඉක්මනින් සඳහන් කරමු කවුද කී ප්ලේයර්ස් ඔබ හිතන ආකාරයෙන්
විශේෂයෙන්ම සුනිත් කැන්ඩි නූරගන්ඩේ කී ප්ලේයර්ස්ලා වශයෙන් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම නම්බර 3 පිටිකරු බ්‍රෙන්ඩන් බේලා නම්බර 3 නම්බර 4 ක්‍රීඩා කරන ඒ වගේම අසේල ගුණරත්න මම හිතන්නේ අසේල ගුණරත්න කැඳවන්න ඕනේ ඒත් උන් තමයි අවසන් ක්‍රීඩකයා වෙනකම්ම පන්දු හරින්නේ ඒ වගේම පන්දු ඇදීමෙනුත් ඔහු මේ ප්‍රථම හොඳට වැඩිම කඩුලා අම්බින්න අතර පළමු 5 දෙනා අතර දෙසෙනෙක් ක්‍රීඩකයෙක්. අනිවාර්ය බ්‍රෙන්ඩන් ටේලර් අසේල ගුණරත්න ඒ වගේම නවීන් මුලක්. මොකද තමයි දැනට ලීඩින් විකට් එක මේ ලංකා ප්‍රීමියර් ලීග් තරගාවලියේ. මේ තුන් දෙනා තමයි කැන්ඩි ටස්කර්ස් කණ්ඩායමේ කී ප්ලේයර්ස්ලා වශයෙන් සුරත් මම නම් හිතන්නේ.
ගයන් ඉක්මනින් එකතු කරමු ඔබට තිබෙනවද වෙනස්කමක් ඉවත් කරන්නේ කවුද ඇතුළත් කරන්නේ කවුද
නවීන් පුලහ කුසල් මෙන්ඩිස් කරනවා
කුසල් මෙන්ඩිස් තරගයේදී ඔබ හිතනවා කී රෝල් එකක් ප්ලේ කරයි කියන කාරණාව හරි
මොකද පසු මම එදියක් කරගන්න මොකද පසුගිය තරගයේදීත් ඔහු ඉතාමත් හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරපු නිසා මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා මේ කණ්ඩායමට එරෙහිව මේ තරගයේදීත් ඔහු ඉතාමත් හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරයි
ශානුකුසනගමැතිවන්ට වෙනස්කම් තිබෙනවද මේ ක්‍රීඩකයන් දෙදෙනාට ඉවත් වෙන්න ඕනේ කවුද ඇතුළත් වෙන්න ඕනේ කවුද කියන කාරණාව පිළිබඳව
නවීන් උල්හක් ඉවත් වෙලා කුසල් ජනිත් පෙරේරා එනවා මගේ ලිස්ට් එකේ.
අසල කුසල් ජනිත් පෙරේරාද කුසල් මෙන්ඩිස්ද?
මම හිතන්නේ කුසල් ජනිත් පෙරේරා තමයි අද තරගෙන් නම් ගොඩක් වටින්නේ.
හරි ඒ ආකාරයෙන් තමයි අසලගේ අදහස අසල ඔහොම කියමු අද අසල තමයි මුලින් අමාරු දාන්නේ කවුද අද තරග දෙක ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්න පළමු තරගයේ සහ දෙවන තරගයේ පිළිබඳව
විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ ජැෆ්නා ගාල්ල කණ්ඩායමට ගාල්ල ගන්නකොට ලොකු නිවාඩුවක් හම්බුණා. මම හිතන්නේ උන්ට මේ කම්බිනේෂන් සරණ හදාගත්තා නම් අප තරගයේ වැඩි ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් එකක් තියෙනවා. නමුත් මම හිතනවා මේ හිස්ටරි රිපීට්ස් කියන එක වගේ නැවත තමයි ජැෆ්නා කණ්ඩායම මේ තරගයේ ජයග්‍රහණය කරાવી කියලා. ඒ වගේම දඹුල්ල සහ නුවර තරගයේදී විශේෂයෙන්ම රාත්‍රී තරගයක් වෙනවා. මම මේකින්ද පොඩි විශ්වාසයක් තියෙනවා නුවර කණ්ඩායමට වැඩි වාසියක් තියෙවි කියලා මේ අද රාත්‍රී මොහොතේ තරගයේදී. ඒකින්ද නුවර කණ්ඩායම සහ ජැෆ්නා කණ්ඩායම තමයි මම
ගයන් අපි ඉක්මනට කණ්ඩායම් දෙක සඳහන් කර කවුද ජයග්‍රහණය කරන කණ්ඩායම් දෙක වෙන්නේ
Jaffna Stallions Dabulla Vikings
තානුකුසන කැමැත්තම කොයි වගේ අදහසකද ඉන්නේ
Jaffna Stallions Dabulla Vikings sorry මම දඹුල්ල නෙමෙයි මම කැන්ඩි එක නෑ මට පොඩ්ඩක් වැරදුනා මම දඹුල්ල වෙනුවට මම කැන්ඩි තමයි මේ තරගයේ මේ ලොකු විශ්වාසයක් තියෙනවා
ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඉදිරියට ගත්තා දැන් අපි මේ සාකච්ඡාවේ ඉන්න තුන් දෙනාගෙන් Jaffna Stallions කණ්ඩායම පළමු තරගයේ ජයග්‍රහණය කරන් කියන බව වැඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තිබෙනවා සහ කැන්ඩි ටස්කර්ස් කණ්ඩායම තරගයේ ජයග්‍රහණය කරයි කියලා කියන කාරණාව මත වැඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මේ ආකාරයෙන් තමයි අපේ විශ්ලේෂණ වාර්තාව විතර ගෙනාවේ මේ තරග පිළිබඳව පැවතිච්ච තරග පිළිබඳව සහ දෙපාර්තමේන්තු තරගය පිළිබඳව කාලගුණය අපිට ලැබෙන ආරංචි මාර්ග අනුව සූර්ය ක්‍රීඩා පිටියාවට ඉතාමත් පැහැදිලි. ඉතින් ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා ශානුකුසන නැගමැතුමන්ට ඇසල ඒ වගේම ගයන් ඔබ දෙදෙනාටම අපත් සමගින් එකතු වෙමින් මේ කාරණාව සාකච්ඡා කිරීමට එකතු වීම පිළිබඳව. ඉතින් දිනේදී තරග දෙකක් පැවැත්වෙනවා. සුවිශේෂී තරග දෙකක් Jaffna Stallions සහ ගෝල් ග්ලැඩියේටර්ස් කණ්ඩායම අතර දහවල් 3ට ආරම්භ වෙනවා තරගය. ඉන්පසුව දෙවන තරගය වශයෙන් කැන්ඩි ටස්කර්ස් කණ්ඩායම සහ දඹුල්ල වයිකින්ස් කණ්ඩායම රාත්‍රී 7:30ට අපිට සජීව නැරඹීමේ හැකියාව තිබෙනවා. මේ තරග දෙකම සජීව ඔබට නැරඹීමේ හැකියාව තිබෙනවා. කන්ටෙන්ට් Asia Private Limited, News I YouTube නාලිකාව, ඒ වගේම TVI Facebook පිටුව ඔස්සේ නිල අන්තර්ජාල විකාශන අයිතිවම සතුව තිබෙන නිසා මේ තරග අද සිට පෙර තරගත් අපිට සජීව නැරඹීමේ හැකියාව ලැබුණා. අවසන් මහ තරගයේ දක්වාම සජීව තරග නැරඹීමේ හැකියාව ඔබට තිබෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒක මතක් කරනවා batsman.com ඒ වගේම batsman.com Facebook www.batsman.com එකතු වන්නට ආරාධනා කරනවා. ඔබට සියලුම දත්ත නිල දත්ත ඔබට ලබා ගැනීමේ හැකියාව තිබෙනවා අප ඒ වෙබඩ වෙනවා. ඉතින් අපිට හත් දිනේදීත් කාලගුණයෙන් බාධාවක් නොවි සම්පූර්ණ තරඟ නැරඹීමේ හැකියාව ලැබේවා කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරමින් සූදානම් අද දිනේට මේ වැඩසටහන නිමා කරන්නට හෙට දිනේදීත් එක් තරඟයක් පැවැත්වෙනවා. ඒ තරඟය පිළිබඳව මෙවන් වූ තවත් වැඩසටහනක් ඔබ වෙතට ගෙනියන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ආයුබෝවන්.
Lanka Premier League 2020. Official webcasting partner Content Eye Asia. Lanka Premier League 2020. Official webcasting partner Content Eye Asia. Lanka Premier League 2020. Official webcasting partner Content Eye Asia. Lanka Premier League 2020.
No doubt about that. The Stallions have been absolutely superb so far. So this is going to be a game which is going to be full of action again, I'm sure, and you're going to thoroughly enjoy it. Alrighty, hello everybody. Thanks for joining us. We are set for what should be a fascinating game. It's a double-header again, so plenty of action today. Some breaking news, of course. Shahid Afridi is not playing. He's gone back to Pakistan for personal reasons. He is saying that he will, as soon as that's settled, he'll try and come back to play in the Lanka Premier League. So let's hope that does happen. But most importantly, let's hope that we get things sorted out for him at home. That's the name of the game at the moment, and that's what we're thinking about and our concerns are with. Darren Gang is alongside me. Darren, what does that mean, of course, to the Gladiators without Afridi?
I think apart from him not being there to lead this side, I think the loss of him bowling 4 overs, his power batting in the lower order is quite significant in this team. They've struggled to get a win so far in the tournament, going into their 4th match. I think sometimes we underrate the importance of captaincy in T20 cricket. Whilst that's crucial and going to be crucial again for Gaul, I think what's more significant than losing his tactical awareness and his experience as a captain, the fact that he contributes as a bowler and a batsman, to me, that is even more significant than what he brings as a captain.
Yeah, he's a terrific player. So let's hope he comes back and we can enjoy watching his skills again. Right, let's go down and start things with the toss with Rashan Abasingha. He's at least going to have one new face anyway. Rashan?
Aibowan, Wanakam and welcome. It is toss time in the My 11 Circle Lanka Premier League, and we got 2 teams that are really in contrasting situations. We got the Jaffna Stallions first, led by Tisara Pereira, who's right on top, unbeaten. And we got a new captain for Gaul Gladiators, Baduka Rajapaksa, with us. And they're actually languishing at the bottom. And our match referee, Manoj Mendes. So, Banuka, I believe you're going to spin the coin.
Yeah.
Right?
Heads.
Heads is the call.
It's tails.
It's a tail. So, Banuka, as you won your first toss, what are you going to do?
See, it's a good thing to win the toss, first of all, and we like to bat first.
Right, now, let's start off in the position you're in. You're languishing and you don't want to get off the mark. Does that bring in pressure, extra pressure for you, or you just thrown it out of the window, forgotten about it?
See, I always think that we had to take one match at a time, and we got 5 more games to win at least 3 of them. And see, everyone is thinking as us the underdog. So I think we got a good opportunity to beat Jaffna Stallions and get on the mark.
What's the mood like in the dressing room particularly? It's been a bit difficult. Shahid Afridi gone. A dressing room that's not winning enough or winning is not sometimes the happiest place.
We have a good spirit in the side, and it's a big loss that we have lost Shahid by. But we are hoping to get on our first victory against Jaffna today, and we'll make a better dressing room from today onwards at least.
Tisera, what do you think you would have done if you won the toss?
Actually, I would like to bowl first. I'm happy with this decision.
I mean, the captains have had it perfectly. Well, you're batting, no problem there.
Yeah,
Tell us about your team.
We don't have any changes. We are going with same 11.
What about you personally? Everything you're touching is turning to gold. You're scoring runs, you're getting wickets, you're taking catches. What more do you have to do now?
So I have to continue my good performance in a few games. So I think I can do something special this series. So hopefully we can do everyone together. So it's good for us.
All right, guys, enjoy the game.
Thank you.
Right, the news from the centre is that the Galle Gladiators, under a new captain, Bhanuka Rajapaksa, is batting first after they won the toss.
Okay, Rashan, thanks very much. So first blood of the Galle Gladiators, so that's good news for them. They get a chance to bat first, which is the norm in the day games. And you've been doing some homework about the surfaces so far.
Yeah, I mean, all credit to the curator and the ground staff, how they've managed the facility. We've had 8 matches previous to this one. The first 4 matches, seamers, they dominated. Only 20% of the wickets going to the spinners. But the last 4 matches, what we've seen, we've played those 4 matches on one pitch. We've seen a rise in terms of the number of wickets going to spinners. And you would expect that because of the wear and tear. So I wouldn't read too much into it. I still think there's something there for the seamers. They've been using the cross-seam delivery to good effect. Yep. That's a wicket-taking option for the fast bowlers. And I think generally, bowlers, they're coming into their own. You're seeing more wickets fall, and it's balancing off with the strong batting that we saw very early in the tournament.
Okay, well, we've got to find out what's happening with this surface. Let's go downstairs, actually, and just join Russell Larned. He's got a partner as well at some stage there, but Russell will tell us more about the surface and how it's going to play today.
It's game 9 here in Hambantota of the My 11 Circle Lanka Premier League. Can the Galle Gladiators catch the Jaffna Stallions short of a gallop today? We've had great conditions here and it's been wonderful to play cricket. The same here as well. For the players out here, it's nice and sunny, but there's a cool wind blowing across which will make them feel really happy. This is of course not relevant for this game, but when the wind's blowing like that, the chances of dew for the second game will reduce, which is good once again. Across the pitch we've come, and a great one too. But the boundaries, since there's a big playing area, it can be moved back. It's still 70-yard hit. So it's about 64-65 meters, which is not too big, but they'll still be challenged. More on the pitch, which will interest the players. They make their plans on this. And I thought I had Amir, but he's wandered off. What's going on, Amir?
Look, Russell, when you talk about pitches here, they've been quality, well suited to this format. The ball has been coming onto the bat, consistent bounce. But I spotted something different here. If I stand here and look on the far side, it's elevated, and this one is low. So it has a slope to it, this pitch. What it means that fast bowlers bending their back and have the ball flying, zipping through. That's an advantage. And then there is a certain slant to it. And I think a bowlers bowling from that side should be able to get that angle and get the ball moving away. And if, as a bowler, you're bowling from pavilion end, you'll get the ball to come in. So that's the advantage bowlers are going to get. Otherwise, it's a good pitch.
So you're talking about angles here. But what about variable pace, variable bounce? Will there be any challenges for the batsmen?
I don't think so. You know, they'll have the freedom to express themselves.
And that's what we want. We want to express ourselves. And so far, most of the batsmen have had that opportunity to do so. We are hoping the bowlers find a way to contain those runs. Pass score, quick.
190.
190 says Amir. Well, let's have a look. Good game on our hands now.
Thanks, boys. That's been the average score pretty much, the 190, which is impressive to see. So let's just go back to Noah Afridi. Who's going to fill that gap of Afridi? I mean, a new captain, obviously, but what about 1 or 2 senior guys that have got to step up here?
Yeah, well, they have the inspiration. Gunnar Tilaka, he's done well with the bat for them, and I think he needs to be relied on, again, to produce consistent runs. You want to see Azam Khan produce as well. That's a crucial position that he bats in. So it's a collective effort required with the bat in T20 cricket.
Zazai also has got to step up.
Zazai is also going to set up. Exactly. But what I want to say is it's a real opportunity for the Galle Gladiators. They just need to turn their heads to the Kandy Tuskers. They've already played 4 matches. They've only won 1. And remember, it's the top 4 sides out of 5 going on to the semi-final. Once you get into that semi-final round, any number could play. So there's still a lot of hope for this Gold Gladiators team. They must see the loss of Afridi as an opportunity for others to step up.
Dead right. Well said. Okay, Darren, thanks for your views. We'll hear you in the commentary box, of course. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I'll be chatting to Mickey Arthur as well.
Lanka Premier League 2020. Official webcasting partner, Content Eye Asia. Lanka Premier League 2020. Official webcasting partner, Content Eye Asia.
ඔබට මගහැරුණු සියලු වැඩසටහන් පහසු වෙලාවට නරඹන්න TVI Newsයි අපගේ YouTube නාලිකා දෙකම අමතක නොකර දැන්ම subscribe කරන්න.
Lanka Premier League 2020. Official webcasting partner, Content Eye Asia. Lanka Premier League 2020. Official webcasting partner, Content Eye.
You are watching TVI. Stay tuned with us.
Lanka Premier League 2020. Official webcasting partner, Content Eye Asia. Lanka Premier League 2020. Official webcasting partner, Content Eye Asia.
Welcome back. We're about 15 minutes away from the start of game number 9. Just a reminder, the Gladiators have won the toss and have elected to bat first. We do have a day game first and, of course, a day night a little bit later. Mickey Arthur has just joined me. Mickey, let's just run through these sides. There's a look at the Gladiators team.
Yeah, they've made a couple of changes. Hassan Ali will come in probably at the top of the order, a hard-hitting batsman. Interesting, they've got Chadwick Walton there through the middle. And the one that sort of matchups I'm really looking forward to is watching Akila Dhanajaya and Laksan Sandikan bowl through the middle. I think that will be a fascinating, because they've got to step up and take the position of Shahid Afridi.
Righto, so there's the Gladiators. Let's now have a look at the table-topping Stallions. Gee, they've just done just about everything right except for one area, which we're going to talk about shortly. But there's the Stallions, Mickey.
Yeah, they're unchanged, and you would expect them to be unchanged. I like the way they've rotated their fast bowlers. You know, today you get Banura Fernando and Carl Abbott sitting out, and they've gone with the same team. Really impressed. Avishka Dhanajaya Tesoro Pereira. They've all done a wonderful job. So they look a very stable and settled team.
Okay, so if we look at, if we should just sit back and assess both these teams, I think we can say that the Gladiators haven't done a great deal right, let's be honest. They're down the bottom, they haven't won a game yet, so I think that's a fair assessment. If we look at the Stallions, I mean, they've had all sorts of problems at the top. Now, they've been pretty close to being 4 for 40 in the last 2 games they've played. They've been rescued both times. Tesoro Pereira's been just ridiculously good. So that's an area, that's a gap the Gladiators can take.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, Vishka was superb in game 1 at the top of the order. I thought Dhanajaya did a really good job at number 3 in the last game. But as a unit, their top 4 hasn't fired yet, which has allowed Tesoro Pereira, coincidentally, to get in a little bit earlier and show us his wares. They would be wanting that top 4, though, to just give them a little bit more solidarity, I guess, because you're wanting Tesoro Pereira to come in about the 14th over, because then he can unleash on the bowling.
Okay, so let's just have a look at... hang on a sec. What are you saying there, Mickey? What's the advice you're giving? You can tell us.
I'm just telling Tesoro Pereira to do exactly what he's been doing. He's been superb, and the conversation was more around his bowling. You know, we know he's incredible at the back end. I was impressed with the way he bowled in the last 2 games, because for us, and I say us as Sri Lanka, the balance is so important of our team, and him bowling is so important. So I was impressed with his lengths the other day, and I was just relaying that to him.
Okay, all right. Well, it's nice to see, and I see the coach having a chat to one of the skippers. I guess the other thing is that, you know, the Stallions have played 3, they've won 3. It's fair to say that they are well on the way to finishing in the top 2 here. There's 5 teams playing. There's only 4 teams that go through to the semi-finals, and that's a knockout stage, and then of course the final. But I mean, they're looking at a top 2 finish almost already.
Oh yeah, they are. And to be fair, if you've had a look at the way they've set themselves up, the way they've structured their teams, they're phenomenal. They're looking a step ahead of the rest of the teams at the moment.
And Mohamed Amir, he's got to play his role. I mean, we haven't. Yeah, he's done a pretty good job with the ball, but without Afridi, I think he's one guy that the change room will be looking to.
Yeah, and just talking to Bhanuka and Gunatilaka and our the Sri Lankan players in that dressing room, what he has given them has been amazing. The chat, the advice, the experiences he's been sharing with them has been fantastic, and what an overseas player want. I did see he had the glint in his eye last game, and I thought he bowled well. Expect a good performance from him today.
Okay, right. Well, he's needed Mohamed Amir, that's for sure. And as overseas players, they've got to make sure they pull their weight, and they're obviously got to be exceptional in that change room. There's one guy for the Stallions who will want to just do a little bit more with the willow, and that's Tom Morse.
Tom, you must be enjoying yourself out here.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, it's a great experience to play out here, different conditions, and it's a great league. You know, some great players, big names, and it's just it's obviously it's been really good so far. And the Jaffna team have done really well with 3 from 3, so it's amazing.
And what about you personally? You would like some runs? Is it going to plan?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's it's part of the game. Just sticking to what I know, staying positive, and we all know in cricket, obviously, you've got to keep going. And hasn't worked out for me in the first 3 games, but we're winning.